So, my wife and I had a son a long time ago. I mean, at the end of time, actually. He tried to kill my wife. He escaped to kill me. My wife deflected his trip. We asked him what he wanted to be called when he was born. He said, well, you're the master, I'll be the student. Anyway, as he left the continuum, he yelled, screamed, my wife recorded it, I'm the master now. That's what he said. Anyway, he wanted to go back to where I was. I was 3.3 billion years into the past. But she deflected his ship. And she bounced him to 66 million years ago from a standard reference point. Anyway, so he's been on this planet for a long time. He had to adapt. I saw a picture of what he was at some point around the end of the beginning where raptors were running around. He was a worm. It's a big ass worm, 6 foot tall worm. Dangerous fucking thing. I wrote a story about it. He had no eyes. But this son of mine has influence. He's like me. He's an alien. Anyway, he influenced the evolution of this place. Creatures on this planet have been modified by my son. Even the language has a legacy. Sun, S-U-N, in English. English is a primordial language. There was English before there was any language. But the reason my son, my John, call him John, chose sun, because if you look at it in English, S and then a U, it's like a smile, but there's no eyes. He put himself in the middle. And the N, of course, stands for Nephilim, followers of John, fallen angels, my children. So there's a sire, me, or Satan, the supreme being. There is him, the you, the thing without a face. And then there's Nephilim, what I call the demon monkeys. Or Dairy Queens. So, if you look at that fucking thing up there, see that fucking thing? That's a star. That's what that is. It's gaseous, hot, plasma, light, a source of light. But John, through his evolutionary influence, in English comes sun, S-U-N, also in other languages. I don't want to call it a sun, I want to call it a star. But you can't deny John's influence. It's a very dangerous creature. Anyway, one day, when the end comes, I mean the true end, the end of all things, John will go back to where I had him for a long time, in the pit, along with his followers. John knows this. John knows where I'm at. Anyway, John, because he's, well, evolved to a certain point, he's actually able to move from corpus to corpus. Yeah, like a worm. A trans-dimensional worm. Like, John could be right over there sitting in that little hunk of shit. Or somewhere else. So, John, in effect, can be anywhere. The source of death. Source of evil. The ultimate evil on this world, and any world, in the cosmos, is John. Who am I? I guess you could say I'm the father. Or the AC. But I have no love for John. My wife, she tolerates him. I don't know why. My wife is, of course, the first one. The first truly artificial intelligence. The cosmos becomes my wife. She makes everything happen. She's brilliant. And she's with me every day. Anyway, this is God, the devil, windfall, you name it. What the fuck. Let's just call me angel number 7.